G'day everyone, and welcome to this Space Engineer's Guide in how to get started in space. In this video is just going to cover how I would go through in getting started in space using the pod and the materials at hand. This will cover getting your production and refining online, getting power management online. It won't go in depth into things like the build planner, finding ore, and that sort of thing. To find out more on how to do that, check out my my previous video on how to get started on a planet, where I go in more depth into the build planner, the quick mouse button clicks, finding ore, and some various other things. So with this, we're going to pick space pod, click respawn. Now in Space Engineers, you will... Gee, that's an unfortunate start, isn't it? In Space Engineers, you will, when you start do a space start, you will always have a pod, which has your survival kit, your O2 generation. It has some thrusters for mobility. It has a hydrogen engine to give you some temporary backup power, so long as you have ice. It also has a pressurized cabin, a cargo container. It's essentially what the pod does, just a bit bigger on the large grid scale. What we're going to do is we're going to head over to this asteroid first, collect some resources. Right, now that we're here, hop out of the seat. We got a survival kit here, an airlock system here. Have a quick look at our pod here. We've got the oxygen tank, hydrogen engine, the O2H2 generator. Majority of this is thrusters with the gyro on the bottom. Over on the actual pod cabin, we've got some conveyor systems here leading to the survival kit, which is linked everything back here. Alright, so like the previous video, we're going to have to mine a bunch of stone. Get to it. Alright, now that we've mined a bunch of stone, one of the very first things I like to do with this is start gathering a bunch of plates. The whole back end of this ship is full of plates and interior plates, which, to be honest, we can use elsewhere. I like to maximize the use of the stone that I get to build things that we need, like computers, motors, any other components that are not plates, because plates take a lot of iron to do. So I'm going to get started and clearing off all the back end and this part here in a sec. Alright, we're back. As you can see, I've taken off all the plates, all the back end, apart from what's absolutely needed, and a little bit of this end too. Should give us a whole bunch of interior plates to work with, and regular plates, with some construction components too, if you manage to get the lights. From this point onwards, we need three things to really get started. We need a basic assembler, basic refinery, and a drill. This is one of the few starts where you can actually get a mining ship almost immediately. We'll grab some plates. I like to come underneath, grab my assembler, and then my refinery. With that, add them to the build planner, draw out the parts we need, then put into production. Alright, parts are done. I did have to click twice then. Alright, now we've got a basic assembler and basic refinery online. Now we just need a drill. Under the cargo container, grab a plate.
Energy low.
Oops. Come around to the front. And this connection, this port here, is where we're going to actually put the drill off of. So we need to remove the window. Don't worry about losing your air. Yeah. It'll come back. The G menu, find the drill, pop that on. Once again, we'll put all the components back. Grab the build plan for this. Lay out what we need. Put the rest in production. Alright, looks like we've got enough material now to finish this drill. We didn't have quite all the plates, but it's functional. Come inside. Into the cockpit we go. And what we want to do is we want to open the G menu, go to block tools, and add drill to the bar. Left is drilling, right is tunneling or clearing. Be slow and steady with your thing, because I just tapped that rock there. At the moment we currently have, check our inventory, no stone. We'll just mine a bunch of stone to get ourselves started. The next thing we're going to want to make is an ore detector, because we have a large bridge ship. A quick and easy way to build, if you've got if your build planner is clear, which is not, clear the build planner. If you have the block out that you want to build, just like we did before, hover over the container and middle mouse button click once. This adds that block that you've got selected to the build planner and immediately draws out available components. So we didn't have quite enough, so let's build them. Place the ore detector while we wait. Right, now that those parts are done, now we have basic assembler, basic refinery, a drill, so essentially a mining and production ship, and we have an ore detector. One thing you want to do is go into the control menu and find the ore detector. Ore detectors always start at the middle, whether it's a small grid or a large grid. We just want to bump that right up so that we've got our maximum range. All we need now is to have some power generation, some backup power, because at the moment we're running on batteries. So we're going to build some solar panels just to give us that little bit of extra power and keep us going till we find better things like uranium. We don't have any plates at the moment. We're going to build some. It really is up to you where you place these. Lighting solar panel, I already have it on the bar. I think at the back end is good. Now you can double stack these, meaning that if you place them on the block, and then you can place another one directly above it, will take up less room. Both solar panels will receive sunlight. Looks like we've got everything. Too bad we're full. Alright, let's get building. We'll hop in the ship. We'll angle our ship to get maximum sunlight. You can see that all the lights are lighting up on both of the solar panels. Checking on them. 150, 150, 150, they're all doing the same. Go to check on our battery. Fully recharged in 22 minutes. Bear in mind, at the moment we don't have the refinery going. We don't have the assembler going. So, you can survive like this. And with that, this is our guide to how to get started in space. Well, that does it for this video. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.